Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today we are going over all the critters you need to catch today before they leave the New Horizons island. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So we are now in the final day of April, which brings yet another month in Animal Crossing New Horizons to a close. And despite having some exciting things to look forward to in the next couple of weeks, today being the end of a month often means certain critters vanish. Of course, if you're looking at completing the museum too and donating one of each of the critters to Blathers and working towards unlocking the golden net and golden rod, you're probably going to want to make sure you've caught everything available this month anyway. So with this in mind, I thought it'd be a good idea to quickly run down some of the creatures you're going to want to keep an eye out for the rest of the day. We'll start with fish, which are probably the most difficult things to catch given how stubborn they seem to be these days. So in the northern hemisphere, the fish you need to make sure you've caught are the blue marlin, the dab and the tuna. All three of these fish are available to catch at any time during the day. However, the blue marlin and the tuna pretty much only spawn near the pier or dock on our islands. These are also pretty rare, so the best way to catch them is by using fish bait by crafting a bunch of manila clams. The blue marlin does start to appear again in July, which is really handy, but we won't see the other two for another 6 months. Now before we get to the bugs, there are also a handful of fish disappearing after today in the southern hemisphere. These include the angelfish, the betta, the rainbow fish, the snapping turtle and the tilapia. All of these can be caught in the river during the day between 9 AM and 4 PM with the exception of the angelfish, which can be caught during the evening. More fish include the giant trevally, the mahi-mahi, the moray eel and the ribbon eel. All of these fish can be caught at sea and all day and night, but the giant trevally pretty much only spawns near the pier or dock. And the final fish leaving the southern hemisphere is a pondfish, which is of course a catfish and can be caught during the evening. Unfortunately, the majority of these won't be reappearing for another 6 months, and the moray eel in particular doesn't reappear again until February next year, so definitely keep an eye out for that one. Moving on to bugs now, it's a pretty easy one for the northern hemisphere. The only bug leaving after April is the tarantula. It can of course be found running around outside during the evening between 7 PM and 4 AM. This critter won't appear again until November. Unfortunately, since the latest 1.2 update, the tarantula's spawn rate has been significantly reduced, making them even harder to find. It's probably a fluke, but honestly, I see most of mine in the plaza. Now the southern hemisphere seem to have it worse right now because just like the fish, they also have a bunch of bugs leaving too. These include the bell cricket, the banded dragonfly, the Dana dragonfly, the ladybug, the man-faced stink bug, the red dragonfly, the scorpion, the stink bug, the tiger beetle and finally the yellow butterfly. Most of these bugs can be found during the day, however the bell cricket, the man-faced stink bug and the scorpion only come out at night and can only be encountered between 5 PM and 7 PM onwards. Unlike the other bugs that are found crawling on the ground or flying through the air, the stink bugs are the hardest to find because they're found specifically on flowers and blend in quite well. Most of these won't be reappearing on the New Horizons island until September, but the important ones to look out for are the bell cricket and the red dragonfly, which are gone until next March. So there we have it, that's 4 creatures to look out for today in the northern hemisphere and a whopping 20 creatures to look out for in the southern hemisphere. Of course, these critters won't necessarily be returning for several months, but it's always possible to travel to a friend's in the opposite hemisphere if you get stuck, so just bear that in mind. Anyway, for now, that pretty much wraps up this video. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any New Horizons news. Until then, I'd like to give a special thank you to this channel's Patreon supporters, you guys rock. Don't forget to head over to our Discord server too, and of course, if you got this far in the video, please comment critter, just to let me know you did, that would be super awesome, and please be sure to include what hemisphere you're in, and what creature you hope to catch today. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. Please be sure to leave a like if you did. Thanks for watching, I hope you have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.